Hey, welcome to another episode of Fusion. Today, we're going to be doing everything from the sea. It's a Chupe mariscos. Beautiful corvina from California. Absolutely awesome Maine lobster, calamar, Gulf shrimp, and little neck clams. And we're going to turn that into a beautiful South American stew or a Chupe marisco. So let's get started. What I want to do is I want to start cutting. Okay, I'm going to take this piece. This is corvina. This is out of California. It's a really nice white fish. And we're going to just, what we want to do is just make a couple of chunks out of it, just like that. And that's awesome, okay? Then we're going to take a lobster tail, okay? And again, we're not going to make this really fine. We're going to make this almost a home-style stewy kind of a thing. Awesome. Take that, throw it off to the side. And the calamar. Now, I don't want the wings. This is super fresh calamar. I had to have my manga clean it. Absolutely awesome, okay? And what we're going to do, we're just going to cut some nice little rings out of it, just like that. Okay? And I also have, which is fantastic, I love this, the tentacles. It's going to be awesome. So I want to take these beautiful shallots that we have right here, and I just want to whack them right on out. And in typical style, we're just going to make a really fine dice of them, which is going to be awesome. Okay? Just like that. Okay, now that we're finishing up that, next what we want to do is we want to take some garlic. And all we want to do is we want to make some really nice fine slices of it. Really thin. I mean, that is just, you know how we like to do it here. You've seen this a million times before. It's really nice fine slices, and because when you caramelize that, it's absolutely awesome. So now that that's done, what we want to do, pull it off. We've got the pot's already ready, hot, ready to go. A little bit of olive oil, right on in. Absolutely awesome. Okay, you can see that that's in nice and hot. Okay, we'll take the shallot, and right on in it goes. And you can see how hot that pan is. Okay, we're going to want to turn this right down immediately. We want to turn that right down because as you can see, this is caramelizing really quick. Almost too quick. But that's okay. In goes the garlic. Garlic is next. Right on in. Awesome. Okay. We gotta get the wine going right on in. We're gonna put beautiful. You can smell. You got that beautiful caramelization on those shallots. Garlic is cooking away. We don't want to burn the garlic, but it will get nice and toasty and a little bit rigid as we keep on going. So now that that's done, awesome. Absolutely fabulous. And we're going to let that go for a few seconds. And let's do the rest of this. Alright. We're ready to go. Okay, what I want to do is I want to take a plantain, and I just want to cut it. I only need a little bit, because any good stew, or chupe, as this is, needs some sort of starch in it. And today we're not going to use potatoes, which is generally used. We're going to use some really nice plantain. And we're just going to cut it right on out. And the smaller we cut it, the less amount of time it has. And then with that, we're going to take a little bit of yucca. And now yucca is a taro root. And it's used in a lot of different cultures. Sorry. And it's awesome. Now if you peel it right on down, just like that. And you got to be careful with this because this is very tough. And it doesn't come easy. This is one of those things that you really got to finesse your way through aggressively, and then you wind up with that. And then what I want to do is I just want to cut it into thirds, and you can see how much difficulty I'm having just getting through it with a really sharp knife. And then I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that is that. That's going to be for the starch. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this fish stock. Now this is a blend of lobster, fish broth, and shrimp shells, which makes an awesome, and we're just going to pour that right on in. We're just going to dump the whole thing right on in, and we're going to let it go. Okay, we're going to crank this right on up, turn that off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by putting my starch right on in, and that's going to be fantastic. Okay, and we're going to let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes or so. Okay, alright, we've got our starches going really nice right now. So to that, I want to take 1 habanero. I want to put a little slice in it like that. I'm not going to break it up. I'm just going to put a little bit into it so it breaks up. And then I'm going to throw it in there. I'm going to cover this for a couple of minutes. Now that's going to take just a few seconds to go. Now within that time frame, all I'm going to do is whack out one lime, get that ready to go, and take my clams. Now I've got a dozen here. I'm going to take 6. Now you want to make sure that they're closed. If they're anywhere not from closed, you would want to squish them. But these are super fresh, and if you push them back, they'll come back. If they're alive, they'll come back together. And as you can see, these are really, really nice, and they're ready to go. 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's just drop those right on in. Okay. Okay, now we've got the clams going. What I want to do, I almost forgot, but I want to take some saffron. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to add it right on in. Now look at this. This is gorgeous, and you can smell it. I haven't even, I just barely opened it up. I'm going to take about a pinch like that, and we're just going to throw it right on in. This is delicious stuff. Now as you can see, the clams are opening up, which is fantastic. You can see that the starch is rendering out. We are exactly where we want to be. So next, what I want to do is I want to take the calamari and I want to throw it right on in. Absolutely fabulous. Fantastic. I'm going to take the calamari and I'm going to take the fish, and it's all going right on in. Okay? Got the habanero in there. You've got the saffron. Awesome. Okay, we're just about ready to go. So I want to take about 6 pieces of shrimp. Not too much, just enough for a nice little meal here, and that's going to do it. So we're going to go right on in into the liquid, and you can see how thick it's getting from the beauty of those starches that we have. Now we still haven't added the lobster. The clams are opening up. Everything is melding really, really nice. As you can see, the calamari is just about ready to go. This is awesome. Really quick, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I got to wash my hands. Okay, we're just about ready to go here. What I want to do is I want to take this beautiful, fresh Portuguese bread. I want to take some nice, fresh Spanish olive oil, extra virgin, and I just want to coat it like that. And all we're going to do is we're going to get a nice crust on this, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. And that's it. A little bit of olive oil, and you can't go wrong with bread and olive oil. Okay, that's it. Right into the oven. And we're going to let that crust over, and that's going to be the end of it. Okay? Now, as we get ready to roll, you can see everything's opened up. We are good to go. All I want to do is I want to reheat the lobster. Okay, we're just going to throw that right on in. Just like that. Let it roll. We're going to take half a lime, and we're going to want a little bit of that. Now, if you haven't noticed yet, we haven't seasoned it with any salt or any pepper outside the habanero that we put into it. And you know what? It's about time that we did that, because we're getting to the end. So let's wipe the hands nice and clean, get everything good, and then just, you know, a little bit of salt. You don't need a lot. There's a lot of flavor. There's a ton of flavor in there from all that seafood. Awesome mix going on. Bananas, or the plantains rather, and you've got your yuca, and everything else that's in here is just awesome. It is ready to go. So let's crank it up. One last hit of heat, and let's serve it up and let's eat. So I'll see you inside. Okay, we've got this beautiful chupe de mariscos, or South American stew. Absolutely fabulous. We've got 2 wines, you see, but this dish can go red or white. Doesn't really matter. And I've got 2 beautiful South American wines. I've got a Pinot Noir from the Biobío Valley of Chile. Absolutely awesome. 100% Pinot Noir. There's no blend in it. There's no Syrah. There's no nothing. You can tell just by the color as I pour it that it's 100%. Now, also from Argentina, I've got a Torrentes that is indigenous to this. I don't know of any other places in the world that is producing this particular grape. Awesome. So with the spiciness, the saffron, everything that's in here, the clams, everything is going to bode really, really well with both wines. So let's have a quick taste. And let's not forget the shrimp. So we'll start with the shrimp. Very, very nice. Very, very elegant. Now let's keep on moving. Everything else, that's the mix of lobster, everything else. A lot of spice. Excellent. Now let's go for the Pinot Noir. Nice complexity, earthiness, and again, bodes very, very well. The earthiness of the Pinot Noir stays right there. Absolutely fabulous. So, again, eat well, live well, enjoy. I'll see you next time.